Good day. Humbly coming in as an honor. My name is Rhonda Fair, and I have a voice, and I am a speaker. Dancing into you matter, unfolding the truth to freedom, because we matter. Setting my purpose and what will I get out of this. Explaining what is my message and what do I expect. To everything there is a season, a time for everything and a purpose under heaven. Ecclesiastes 3:1. Without protest and speaking truth, we have a voice because you matter. I have been oppressed, and it's time we gather together to oppress the oppressor, but not with vengeance, but with truth. In our personal experiences, in our everyday life, playing it out in our lives, our social attacks to our behaviors, our privileges and restrictions, dancing into you matter, unfolding the truth to freedom. My agenda today is to use our voice, my voice, with wisdom and knowledge, knowing we as citizens in Canada believe that we are not free. A liberal democracy, Canada, equal, multicultural, democratic, meritocratic. How hard we work to our success. The power, the control at times has left us, myself, and others helpless. In leadership and systematic studies of our social interactions and our patterns and behavior, sociology is a systematic study of the human society. I do not need to be test-driven to know who my manufacturer is. Not one of us sit high enough to look down on another, on anyone. When setting no judgment on motives and others, we are equal and we matter. If we took this to our workplaces, our churches, to billboards, or an article or radio platform, maybe we could make a change and help someone in their life. I have written something. I had some things that were compromised, so please bear with me. I would like to share with you. I had the great honor and opportunity here at Venture College to be guided with great professors, with fellow students, faculty, friends, and much support. It is an honor as I speak on racist versus anti-racist. Canada and across the universe, in the midst of racial reckoning, advocates pointing out there is a difference between racist and anti-racist. A topic that you can help others or not, acknowledging who I am. There is a racism in myself and others, and all of us. What forms me, who I am in my behavior, in my life? To check myself. Hearing the words even of KKK makes me angry. The lifestyle, the cults, their thoughts, our slavery, the hate crimes, racism, where do I stand in the midst of this? By myself or with others? Sure, it is easy for me to say, I will never do that, but how is my upbringing? How do I take my intellectual history and ideas and my actions? First, by examining myself, and how is my frame of mind? To make a key difference in action, I spoke with a student and other students from other cultures in the library. He approached me and asked me what I was writing. An honor humbly coming in, I spoke to him on this topic. And then another young lady, very happy and very much enjoyed speaking of this seriously, coming in, not protesting, but making a difference. It's same as myself being a Christian and going to a church building one day and one day a week and professing I'm a Christian and not doing the walk. Or slavery into freedom, unfolding that truth, holding a Bible one hand and a knife in the other, saying you have to suffer to have your freedom. No, you are saved by grace. In the same way as I'm speaking in my walk, in my fellowship, am I the deceitful one? Are we deceitful? Are we the walk of cruel intentions? I have met many who profess and do the opposite. Actions is to reinforce the racist ideas. A behavior policy to put into place. Nothing separates more is arguing or being stubborn and dogmatic. Who do I rest my peace in? In our social structure patterns, making a difference in action. Bringing a group together, making a difference, and giving others the opportunity to speak, allowing them to use their voice because we matter. To make this change, learning the basic steps is required. We need each other to support in creating an equal society. And if our hearts are not changed, who can change them? Creating an equal society, we must commit to making unbiased choices in our media, our social systems, institutions, removing hateful words, and in our actions. We are born into a sinful world, but not created racist and anti-racist and learned behavior taught to an unequal society. Back when George Floyd was murdered, over a counterfeit $20 bill. Is this our assumption? Does it make any difference by putting ourselves in cruel attentions? Who are we to speak to? Have we not done wrong in our lives? Have we not done this in repeatedly over and over? Who are we to judge another? We need to know that we need to learn from our mistakes and make a difference. Action is the key because God created everyone and anyone. Heaven and earth to be put into action. The verb is action. Created us the same. Colors are beautiful. We are beautiful, every one of us, and we belong because you matter. Our colors, never to change them for anyone. We are beautifully and wonderfully made, and we can set boundaries and policies to equip students to understand we all belong. Example of a stereotype, there's many scammers from third world countries and such certain parts of Africa, and I know I have spoke with them. But the stereotyping, yet we consider all blacks from Africa scammers. Who are we? We are in an unequal society who needs love, boundaries, and to wake up. Our government systems are controlled by wealthy people, sitting back, labeling percentages, and not taking that high percentage in making a difference in racism. I had reference back from the National Museum, and in my studies with great professors, and I thank God for them, that you do matter, and we can and will make a difference. Thank you for listening. I am Rhonda Fair, speaker, and your voice matters because you matter, your children matter, and we all matter.